One of the best things about living in Canada is the four seasons. Spring, summer, autumn, and winter give us a myriad of ways to stay well, play, and have fun. Canadians call these activities recreation, and according to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, recreation is activity done for enjoyment when not working. Other words to describe recreation are pleasure, leisure, relaxation, fun, enjoyment, entertainment, amusement, refreshment, restoration, distraction, diversion, play, sport, restful pastime, and hobbies. These words are an accurate description of recreation in the town of Renfrew. The human body craves movement, and fortunately, we are designed for it. Movement is an essential element in human health, happiness, and success in life. When we move our bodies, they gain strength, endurance, and flexibility. With proper nutrition, rest, and regular activity, cell repair and growth happen naturally and continually. Regardless of the season or the activity level, hydration and fresh air are essential. Whether you are going for a walk or competing for an Olympic medal, there are principles of training that must be followed. Win, lose, or draw, the body is built for endurance when we nurture it. There is strength in numbers, and if you've ever played sports, you know that teamwork can take you to places you might not have gone on your own. Whether it's in a fitness class or a team sport, staying safe in your space is a learned and practiced habit. We thank scientists, educators, coaches, parents, and grandparents for showing us the way to have fun and be our best selves. Thanks to Canadian fitness professionals, the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology, the Ontario Fitness Council, and many other fine educational facilities, I have been able to study how to maintain a regular health and fitness practice. When I decided to write a short story about recreation in Renfrew, I first went to the scrapbooks that have been created and cared for by recreation employees since 1951. As I leafed through the treasured documents, I became aware of one thing: recreation is multifaceted. Renfrew's history files tell us that it all began in 1946 when Mrs. Winona Neer Stewart wrote a letter to the directors and members of the Renfrew Recreational Association, asking them if they would be interested in the idea of a community or recreational center. Gentlemen, for some years I have been interested in the idea of a community or recreational center for our town. A center which would be used by all citizens without distinction for class or creed, a center which would be used to promote the moral welfare of all, especially young people and children. With that in mind, I recently acquired the property at the corner of Argyle and Patrick Streets, known as Trinity Hall. I have followed the work of your association with interest, and in the hope that I may assist you with your good work, I herewith extend to you an invitation to make use of and operate this building as part of your organization. It has rooms, large auditoriums, and a stage. It is my hope that I shall be able to equip the building to make it more suitable for a recreational center when materials shall become more plentiful. This is something new in the town. For this reason, I am retaining title to the property, but I hope that your association shall soon prove itself to be an active and permanent institution in our town, and I shall then turn over the title to you. I sincerely hope that the building shall be used to its full extent and not allowed to fall into disuse or idleness. In the meantime, it is yours to use, operate, and manage as your own, with the thought that, as it may meet your convenience, other groups and organizations working for the good of the community shall be able to use the facilities that this building provides. Yours truly, Winona N. Stewart. By 1949, Trinity Hall had been renovated and equipped with the latest in gymnastics and fitness equipment. The facility was gifted to the town of Renfrew, and 2 years later, the first director of recreation was hired. As children, my sister invested in downhill skis, figure skates, and a tennis racket, while my brothers used their earnings to purchase bats, balls, hockey sticks, pucks, and golf clubs. Being the fourth child meant that I got all the cast-offs, and most of my allowance was spent on books. I learned the sports rules from them and did it with free equipment. My friends and I would play hopscotch for hours, and skipping with a rope kept us lightweight and lighthearted. I got my first tricycle when I was 3, and when a friend taught me how to ride a two-wheeler, I could explore all of Renfrew and beyond. We would gather a group, choose a destination, and our only limits were our strength and endurance. We are very fortunate to have the Ottawa Valley Cycling and Active Transportation Alliance, who even have a bike bank so that everyone can pedal the County of Renfrew trails, regardless of their financial status. There was once a local ski club at West End Renfrew, but today we ski at Calabogie Peaks, just a 30-minute drive from Renfrew. Individual sports are good for self-improvement, but team sports teach us how to get along well with others. So, your name?
Erica Scarf.
And did you just race?
Yeah, I just raced in the Para Nordic Relay.
Okay, and how did you do?
Our team won.
Oh,
and
congrats.
it was a good race. It felt really good, and it's nice to be out with everybody.
No kidding, huh? And how do you find the conditions?
The conditions today in the morning, they were pretty fast, and then in the afternoon the snow's a little softer, so it's been a bit slower. But
each neighborhood has a playground, and it's a great place to meet neighbors and make friends with other children. The boards of education have always played a large role in health and fitness, from in-class learning that teaches how the body works to individual and team sports. Students are always learning to care for themselves and others. As the mother of 2 young children, I was asked to teach kinder gym for 3 to 6-year-olds at the recreation center. This sparked my interest for more education, and after many years and countless health and fitness classes, I created a course that teaches Bodyworks clients how to use strength and cardio equipment safely and effectively. In personal conditioning and training, it's important not to repeat the same muscle motion every day, as this can cause repetitive stress. As a certified aqua fitness instructor, it was fun to teach classes at the Arnprior Nick Smith Center pool because participants got fit while I stayed strong and got paid to do it. Water workouts are great because of the dual resistance, and buoyancy means there is less impact on the joints. Deepwater aqua has no impact, and the water gives the participant a full body massage for a small admission fee. Although many people have walked or raised money to build an indoor pool in Renfrew, it still does not exist. One council even went as far as advertising the building of an outdoor pool, but to date, there are no plans to build an indoor or outdoor community pool in the town of Renfrew. Strength and endurance training with cross-country ski movements in the local lakes and rivers gets me ready for cross-country skiing on the crisp winter snow. My parents bought my first cross-country skis when I was 7, and decades later my children and grandchildren ski with me at the Renfrew Golf Club or on the trails at Mattaway Park. Parks and Recreation in the town of Renfrew has had many growing pains over the years, but it appears to have been worth it. Moving from the old barn on Argyle Street to the new arena and community hall at the Activity Centre was a great day in Renfrew. The old barn is now the home of the RCAF Association 433 wing. The current expansion at 1 Mattaway Drive will serve the community in many ways. Countless numbers of health, sports, and fitness enthusiasts will go through the doors. Community events and tournaments will increase, and that will help local businesses. Indoor public skates are sponsored by local groups and businesses.
So where
And
are you
occasionally,
Chicago, Illinois.
you may get to skate with the Junior A Wolves.
from? Right.
It's like 11 hours from here, I guess.
So will you be a Blackhawk someday?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so that could happen.
That's a dream, yeah.
It could happen.
Yeah, it's
right
a
on.
dream for sure.
I would rather you play for the New York Rangers.
New York fan.
Yeah.
It'd be a great place to play. Madison Square Garden's like the best, one of the most historic places in sports.
Yeah, no kidding. Are you happy to be in Renfrew?
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, great community. Like everybody here loves the team. We get a lot of support.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to do these community things. So yeah, it's a blast.
So this is awesome, and to see you signing autographs the other night too.
Oh yeah, it's the best.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, I was actually surprised about the amount of kids that actually showed up. It was a long line.
Well,
It's actually really cool.
But you're right. The people of the town of Renfrew really, really appreciate having the Junior A team here.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
the quality of hockey is incredible.
Way better than
It really is. So that's what I like.
Here to play hockey.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks very much.
Yeah, of course.
This winter, I got to volunteer on the security team for the 2023 Ontario Winter Games, and it was an incredible experience from the start. There was a snowstorm on the night of the volunteer information session in Renfrew, but that didn't keep hundreds of "How may I help you?" volunteers from attending.
There's a lot of different types of roles that you could be doing, and again, we have so many different venues.
So thank you, thank you very much for being here. We're really excited about this. We're really excited. When the journey started about, I think in 2019, all the rec directors across the county got together and thought, this is a great idea. They're all retired now. and so we won the bid, and the warden of the day sat me down and said, oh, you know something about doing stuff like this? Would you be interested? And of course, I said, yeah, sure, no problem. I think we can do this. It's pretty complex stuff, but nobody's ever done anything like this before.
The Renfrew County Ontario Winter Games took place over 2 4-day weekends. Thousands of athletes, coaches, trainers, families, and friends arrived in Renfrew County to compete in over 20 sports. My job was to usher athletes and visitors while taking as many photos as I could. What a pleasure it was to chat with volunteers and athletes in Petawawa, Pembroke, Opiongo High School, Renfrew, and Arnprior. There were other communities participating, but these were the venues and events that I was able to attend. The opening ceremonies were an event to remember, with a blizzard showing up just as the athletes paraded to their solid wooden seats.
God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, St. Thomas School Choir. That was lovely.
Hello, everyone. Salut, bonjour, kwe. I'm delighted to send my best wishes as the Ontario Winter Games begin. It's been such a long road to Renfrew County 2023, and at last you're here. I salute the athletes for following your dreams and never giving up. Tout au long de la pandémie et malgré le rapport de l'année dernière, vous avez trouvé des moyens créatifs de continuer de vous entraîner, de vous assurer de garder la forme et de maintenir ce solide esprit d'équipe. Although you may be singularly focused on your performance at these games, you're also teaching all of us. Because as we observe your energy and commitment, we're reminded that it's teamwork, finding common ground, that's essential for all of us if we're to tackle the challenges of COVID-19, climate change, homelessness, poverty, and so much more. I know that the friendly competition and togetherness you experience in the next few days will stay with you in the years to come. And I hope that teamwork and community spirit will actually motivate each of you to make your own contributions in your own ways to building a more resilient and sustainable future. In whatever you do, may you take to heart the values these games uphold: excellence, accountability, safety, respect, teamwork, and integrity. And to the coaches, family members, and friends among us, thank you so much for keeping these values front and center as you've supported these remarkable young athletes throughout their journeys. Last, but emphatically not least, I want to recognize the hundreds of volunteers without whom these games would not be possible. We owe you such a huge debt of gratitude for your efforts. On behalf of the people of Ontario, thank you also to Renfrew County for hosting these games in your wonderful winter playground. With so many communities joining forces all across the largest county in our province, we know this will be a unique and exhilarating event. I wish you all a memorable Ontario Winter Games. Good luck, everyone. Enjoy this moment, for you'll be creating wonderful memories. Have fun.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're here in the wind, and whose breath gives life to all the world. Please hear us. We stand before you as one of your children. We respond and weep. Let us walk in beauty and make our eyes ever behold the red and purple sunset. Make our hands respect the things you have made, and our ears sharp to hear your voice. Make us wise so we may know the things you taught our people, the lessons you have hidden in every leaf and rock. We seek strength not to be superior to our brothers or sisters, but to be able to fight our greatest enemies, ourselves. Make us ever ready to come to you with clean hands and straight eyes, so when life fades as a fading sunset, our spirit may come to you without shame. Miigwech, 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 miigwech.
I don't think people can truly appreciate, unless they've been directly involved, the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes. And I want to thank all of the people who are sponsoring as well, and putting their time and effort and money into making sure that this is a tremendous success. I look out over the athletes here, and boy, you are the biggest reason. And I know that there will be people, I can't see you because the lights are on me, but I know there are young people in the group of athletes today that we'll be hearing about in the future. And having a decorated Olympian like Melissa Bishop here on stage with me gives me a lot of confidence that we'll hear more about many of you in the ensuing years. I want to wish everyone a tremendous couple of weeks here, safe competitions, and enjoy this beautiful part of Canada that we call Renfrew County. We're happy to have you here. Enjoy it, and God bless everyone. Thank you. And I forgot to do what I was told to do, and I officially declare the 2023 Ontario Winter Games officially open.
Welcome to the stage, Melissa Bishop.
Thank you. Hi, you guys. Welcome to Renfrew County. I'm so excited to be here tonight as an ambassador for this Games. I was born and raised here, just down the road in Eganville. I ran down this hill. This is where I got my first taste of cross-country running. I played soccer on the pitches behind the arena. I've had my fair share of hockey games in that spot right there. You guys, this will be a memory to last you a lifetime. Congratulations on making it here. I'm just going to echo John really quick and give a really big thank you to the organizing committee. This takes endless hours to get this up and running. And to the volunteers. These people are the glue that holds these events together. If you see a volunteer, be sure to thank them. Without them, we would not be here. These games would not be going off. To the athletes, this is the time where your dreams are made. These results are to be celebrated. and the memories will stick with you forever. Remember how you got here, the work that you put in to get here, and trust the work that you've done. And don't forget to have fun. Smile, laugh, have a few deep breaths before you go on the ice or you go down that hill. Put a smile on your face. That will calm the nerves, I promise you. Before I leave, I'm going to leave you athletes and coaches with one small piece of advice that took me 3 Olympic Games and 13 years to figure out. Winning isn't normal. I've had my fair share of wins and losses, some due to poor performance, some just the athlete I was on that day. In 2016, my goal at the Rio Olympics was a medal of any color, gold, silver, or bronze, and I would have had myself a winning Olympics. I finished 4th. Was I upset? Very much. Did I reach my goal? No, I didn't. But did I have a winning performance? Hell yes, I did. After the shock had worn off that I wasn't 4th, or that I didn't get a medal, and I wiped my tears away and I stitched up my broken heart, I realized that I physically could not have run any faster on that day. I couldn't have been a better athlete on that day. Not only did I run the fastest time that I've ever run in my life, I ran the fastest time in Canadian history. All this to say is that winning doesn't always need to mean first place. It doesn't always need to be a medal. When you can perform at your very best and you put your best effort out there on any given day, that's a win. I promise you, if you can take that to heart, you will have an excellent Winter Games. So good luck to everybody. Welcome to my home county. Have the best time.
Thank you so much, John and Melissa.
Welcome to the stage, Warden Peter Emo, to say a few words on behalf of the county.
Good evening, everybody. Well, we've made it. We made it through the snowstorm, but we made it over 3 years to get here. We worked through COVID. We worked through a fire recently at the ski hill, and this tremendous snowstorm and cold tonight. We're very happy to have you here. We expect great things from you. You're accomplished athletes, and we know that you're going to have success. And we want you to have success. Our whole group, our 1,000 volunteers, are here to support you, to cheer you on, to talk to you, to listen to you, to make sure you're fed, make sure you get lots of sleep. We're here to support you, so turn to us at any time. We've got great volunteers that'll help you out. We expect and we know that you're going to form memories and friendships that'll last a lifetime. And we want you to consider this as your second home and take from us some comfort and some support and a good feeling about being here. We want you to be successful, and we really appreciate you making the effort to get here. We know it was a lot of work for you. We know it was a lot of work for your coaches, for your families, for your parents, for your best friends, lots of sacrifices, and we applaud you for that. A couple of weeks ago, we had a volunteer ceremony where we talked to our volunteers and we turned the games over to them. So now we're turning the games over to you. You, the athletes and the officials. These are your games. We want you to make these the best games ever. Woo! So enjoy yourself, keep smiling, work hard, and depend on us. We'll make it smooth, we'll make it good, and you will make it the best games ever. Thank you, and good luck, everybody.
Thank you, Peter.
We would now like to welcome to the stage Chief Wendy Jocko of the Algonquins of Pikwakanagan First Nations.
Isn't this the best Groundhog Day ever? Renfrew County is a beautiful part of Algonquin territory filled with a rich history, vibrant culture, contagious community spirit, and exciting opportunity. Algonquin Territory is the perfect training ground and recreational destination for professional and amateur athletes alike. From land to lake, in all seasons, we have the landscape and facilities for every sport and activity. We have endless trails of snowmobiling, snowshoeing, walking, and cross-country skiing, as well as natural outdoor rinks for ice skating, hockey, and ice fishing. What attracts us to sports? There is the thrill of competing, the recognition that hard work can lead to success, and the camaraderie of playing with teammates for a bigger purpose. Renfrew County Winter Games 2023 is an opportunity for our athletes, their supporters, and communities to showcase their physical prowess. The Games highlight the connection between sport, wellness, and culture. Pikwakanagan and the larger Algonquin Nation have an excellent model relationship with the County of Renfrew, and the 2023 Winter Games gives the county the chance to shine. Miigwech for your generous hospitality, your warmth, and this unique, joyous celebration. Miigwech to the hundreds of marvelous volunteers. Your competency, your kindness, and your smiles are worthy of a gold medal. Miigwech to the Renfrew County Winter Games Committee for your outstanding job in organizing this event. Miigwech, the Algonquin traditional drummers, always a pleasure, although we didn't hear much of you this evening. To the athletes of these games, you are wellness warrior ambassadors. We say you are worthy role models for others to emulate. You remind us that athletes from various backgrounds can compete in a spirit of respect, friendship, and fair play. May we all take that spirit home with us. In closing, I would like to offer these words. Will you nama aweno, mava, nasema, minwan, oranwananen, gedakwa gedinamagon. We offer our prayers, tobacco, and our hearts. Miigwech, thank you, merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Chief Jocko.
The evening was a success and a night for the scrapbooks. As soon as I started to take the photos, I knew that I had to write this story and to make a short YouTube video. Renfrew Parks and Recreation employees have compiled over 70 years of recreation history in paper scrapbooks, and I have chosen just a few of these memories for my digital scrapbook. The newly expanded Activity Center will also showcase the Bonachère Algonquin First Nation Community Cultural Center, which will stimulate tourism, educate, and entertain residents and visitors from many regions. Renfrew is what most would call a small town with a big heart. We have grown moderately over the years, and each generation has a renewed enthusiasm for being active and staying social. Our neighbors buy into recreation with user fees, and this helps to keep operating costs affordable for everyone. Will the walking track be made of, will it be cement the way it is now?
Correct. It'll have a finish on it at first.
Okay.
Now down the road, whether we put a rubber flooring on it,
okay.
But when it opens up, it'll be a concrete finish.
Okay. Well, the one that they're using right now over at the RCAF wing is definitely concrete, and it doesn't seem to be bothering anybody, but I wondered about this. In 1910, we had M.J. O'Brien and the Renfrew Millionaires bringing our town to fame. Today, the Renfrew Wolves give us some of the finest Junior A hockey that you will see in any National Hockey League arena.
Look out, boys, I'm zooming. What up, Moose? Moose and Guns. There we go.
Thank you
that
so
should
much.
Be a good video.
You're one of the best guys on the team. You keep that up.
Thank you.
A visit to the NHA NHL Museum is sure to be a pleasant learning experience. The future of the historic Argyle Street Recreation Centre is unknown to this author, but I know for sure that the memories we carry with us will remain forever. Thank you to everyone who values the importance of recreation in our community. Special thanks to Mrs. Winona Stewart for giving us the Recreation Centre, and to the municipal governments who have maintained this incredible gift.
Come home with that type of performance and show the rest of Canada exactly what type of people we are. Great, congratulations to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Winona Near Stewart's wishes have all come to fruition, and almost 75 years later, thousands of people have enjoyed what the Recreation Centre has to offer. Unfortunately, it no longer meets many building codes or accessibility standards, and the heating and maintenance costs for the old structure have become exorbitant. The Recreation Centre that has served us well will move all of its activities to the new facility once it is completed. One sad fact are the statistics of how inactive our children have become. According to the 2022 Participation Report Card, only 17.5% of Canadian children and 11.6% of youth ages 12 to 17 are meeting the requirements set by the 24-hour movement guidelines, which support children's healthy growth and development. Beyond the impacts on physical activity levels, children's mental health has also been noted as an area of increasing concern, with rising levels of anxiety, depression, and self-harm among young Canadians.
There's a meaning to all the moves that you just made?
Yeah, so
It's like
for kata, it's like a show, it's like a fight. It's like, for example, if someone goes in with a punch and then I could it's just showing that this is what you could do. You know,
it simulates a fight so that if anybody
yeah.
ever came at you, you could defend yourself.
Yeah, sorta.
In that situation, it kind of helps.
Hopefully.
For example,
Don't you think?
It's more
I mean,
of a show.
you're not going looking for a fight, but you're learning how to defend your own territory.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to sign up next week. Where do you practice?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I got to back up so I'm not in the fight. I'm a wrestler, so look out.
It's like it's a recreation of a fight. So if I punch.
Yes.
But I'm not actually going to be there in the kata. It would just do that.
So it also teaches you to anticipate what's coming.
Yeah.
So that's a good gift.
But sparring is improvising. Yeah, it's like in the moment you're face contact. You're fighting.
Okay.
And you think about what you want to do. It's also you can't hit them really hard because
you're not here to hurt them.
Yeah, you're not here to hurt them. You're here to learn, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me, Regina Armanis, and it's just Reggie, right?
Yes, Reggie.
Okay, thank you. So tell me about your Winter Games experience. And let's back up over here.
Sure. I'm from Ontario, of course, but at around the time just prior to the Winter Games, I was invited to join the national program for volleyball. And I transferred out to British Columbia to go to university at UBC. And at the same time, I was recruited to try out for the BC Winter Games team. And so I showed up in the Okanagan. They didn't know I was coming. I hitchhiked to the training area, and we bonded. The group, best team ever, great coach. And we trained in Victoria. And I don't remember competing at the BC Winter Games. I think it was quite different. And we went to the Winter Games in 1974, and we played in Lethbridge, and we were undefeated in every match. We didn't lose a single game, so we got the gold medal. That's my journey. It was the best team. They were so good.
So what was the name of the team?
It was the BC Winter Games team. I trained on the Chimo volleyball team, and then after the Winter Games I went onto the national team.
I knew that you had been a super athlete and then went on to become an OPP officer for how many years?
27 years.
So do you think that your sports training helped you in your policing?
It did. It gave me confidence. My family upbringing gave me confidence as well. We had quite a unique family. We all have special
Well,
things.
and you're strong and you believe in fitness, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So that's the big part of it. Okay.
And I have good genes. My mom is still 101 and alive and walking and yeah,
I'm happy to hear that.
Good genetics.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
The 2021 Adult Health Report Card stated that 25% of adults over 18 engaged in strength training twice a week. Participaction has made recommendations for increased fitness activities in retirement and nursing homes. The Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology has come out with new movement guidelines for children. Knowing what we need to do is half the battle when it comes to winning the war against being sedentary. When the over 92,000 square foot expansion at 1 Mattaway Drive is completed, all or most recreational activities within the town will be held at this location. It will include a second indoor ice surface, an elevated walking track,
and that's where the washroom showers we first walked over. That's where they come out from the gymnasium. But this is regulation size,
So basketball net down there.
on each end, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a scoreboard actually on this wall over here.
Okay, I want to move in a little closer.
So the high schools ever want to host or apply for EOS or OPSA, we have enough need so much crush space. Regulation court size, so
Okay, so it's regulation.
same as volleyball.
So we can host a lot more tournaments then.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And it's actually we went with the upgraded hardwood floor as well.
So will people be able to sit up there and watch a game?
So those are right now at the rec center we have the gymnasium, fitness center, and 3 breaker rooms.
Yes.
So that's all here. So 2 of them are up there. So whether it's rented out or something, but those windows right there, that's a hallway people can watch out of, and then there's windows on that side as well, and over here, and then they can sit on the bleachers.
Okay.
But
wow, that's awesome. It's huge.
Dance yoga studio, multi-purpose rooms, administration offices, a youth drop-in center, and commercial space. We've had many memorable occasions at the Argyle Street Recreation Center, but most are happy to be growing recreation at Mattaway Park. We brought our trophies and memories from the old barn to the new arena, and I am sure that our valued employees will take the treasured recreation scrapbooks and make a safe place for them in the new home at 1 Mattaway Drive. Now is the time to get up and grow. There is no other way. I think that you might have had something to do with helping to get the Winter Games into our county of Renfrew.
Well, it's always wonderful to be part of this great part of the province, and anytime that something positive can happen here, we're proud of any role that we played. But I take my hat off to the people of the county, because they are the ones who initiate these things, and they're the ones who do the heavy lifting.
All right, so ready, set, grow.
Ready, set, grow. Absolutely.
Thank you.
My name is Suzanne Richter, and I am the branch manager at the TD Canada Trust here in Renfrew. I thank everybody for coming out today to help improve what Renfrew has already. This amazing activity center at Mattaway Park will now benefit from the planting of 150 trees today. In conjunction with TD Canada Trust, TD Friends of the Environment Foundation has TD Tree Days every year for the last 6 years, which encompasses 4 different communities of Canada, the United States, the UK, and Luxembourg. Over the 6 years, they will have planted 285,000 trees in various communities to help make them greener and to help the environment and the communities that they're planted in.
Wow. That's the best way to stay warm tonight.
Yep. I gotta keep Roger active.
You got it. He's a happy puppy.
Happy puppy.